Hello, Psychobackers, and welcome back to another update about Psychonauts 2. Here we are. We're going to talk about rewards today.
A lot of rewards.
Progress on those, and we're going to get a glimpse, a rare glimpse, inside the team.
The level teams, how we make levels and who makes them.
Yeah. As far as our progress on the backer rewards, we've had people come to our office and brainstorm. They came, and they were a lot of fun. They had some good ideas, and we got to play Tokaido.
Tokaido, yep.
And it was a lot of fun.
Coming in tomorrow.
Another reward we're working on is the Come Camping With Us reward, which, believe it or not, we said we would go camping with...
At a real summer camp.
At a real summer camp.
Out in the woods and everything.
With backers. And now that was a pretty high tier, but we're also going to open up to a few lucky backers who didn't back at that tier to actually get to come too.
That's right. You will be able to enter online. It's open to any level, no matter what level you pledged at. There'll be an online application, and you can apply to be one of the lucky people who gets to come summer camping with us.
So look in the text for this update, and it'll show you instructions on how to do that. Come camping with us. T-shirts. These are going out soon. We let people pick which color they wanted. If you haven't seen any information about this, just contact Fangamer. Do not contact Zach, because he won't be able to help you.
I'm interested in knowing what everyone's favorite color is, but I can't do anything with that information.
Art prints are done. Scott Campbell actually came to our office and did it live. This is not it. This is
not the original.
No, this is not the original. The original's bigger, and it's off at Fangamer right now getting scanned. And it's beautiful, isn't it?
It is beautiful, and Scott did this in the office, which was great to see, and there's a lot of sort of hidden story details.
Yeah, every character is doing something new that they are doing in the new game.
New outfits.
And there's some new characters in there.
And there is a new character.
In that general area.
That is, we can cut this out later if we want to do. That is Hollis Forsyth, the lesser head of the Psychonauts.
She prefers the term second head.
Second head of the Psychonauts. She's sort of filling in while Truman is
yeah, he's been kidnapped.
Yes.
And she's running.
As you know from having played Psychonauts in the Realms of Ruin.
Yeah, if you played Psychonauts in the Realms of Ruin, you'll basically test in past the first level of this game.
Yeah, it's like AP history.
Yeah, exactly. So Hollis is running the Psychonauts while Truman is incapacitated, and you'll be dealing with her a lot and having some adventures with Hollis. Forsyth. So now we come to the crunchy middle section of this update.
Yeah, so this time we are going to do an update about how we make levels for Psychonauts 2. Did you know that Psychonauts 2 is mostly made out of levels? There's also some menus. People are usually not as excited about those, but mostly it's levels. And so the way that we make level teams at Double Fine, or at least for Psychonauts 2, sort of different for every project, is a level team is made out of a level designer, a level artist, and a concept artist. And they sort of form a coherent team that'll work on multiple levels together and work on the same level from the beginning of the project, hopefully until the thing ships. And they get to have a lot of autonomy and a lot of creative ownership. And so Tim and I will kind of give some kickoff documents and direction, and then maybe Peter Chan will have some initial inspirational artwork for it, but from there it's up to them to sort of decide what really happens in the level, what the level looks like, and what you do in it. And so it is a pretty fun part of the process, so we're gonna go a little deep and talk more about one of our individual level teams.
6'1".
6'1"?
What?
You're 6'1"?
When I'm not like all the time.
Fucking 6'1", what?
Wow. I am 5'7".
I'm 5'8".
Yeah.
But this team is usually, we just call them the team because of the level they've been working on. But it is Will Kohler, who is a relatively new level artist at Double Fine. We hired him first as an intern, but he was so amazing we hired him full time. Ben Johnson, who joined us as a level designer, I don't know, 8 months ago, 10 months ago, and came out from New York, where you've been working on a lot of different indie games out there. And then Emily Johnstone.
Emily Johnstone, who's on Rhombus of Ruin, among other games here. So
Yep.
she's already deep in the Psychonauts headspace.
Yep. So we smushed them all together in a tight space and made them make levels.
So walk us through the process. They say that you need to make a brain level. What is the starting point of that?
Panic. Hopefully a Peter Chan concept.
We all brainstorm together and try to think of crazy ideas, and in like a creative environment, someone comes up with small nugget idea and then someone else just super runs with it, and it's a collaboration. It's hard to be like, that was that person's idea, you know?
It's really nice to come out of those meetings feeling like you have some idea of what you'd actually go build with that idea, as opposed to like an idea that like sounds really cool if somebody else was gonna make it, but you don't know what it is, so.
And the thing I'm still most concerned about with this area is the actual like on the ground structure. Like, where are you exploring? Because these are all sort of just like loose dioramas, and it is, I don't I still don't know what the area is.
Yeah.
It needs to be made concrete in very short order.
While he's whiteboxing, I'm in the material test world, which is where we're just like workshopping kind of pipeline things or answering these big questions of like, okay, this level's entirely made out of, and what does that actually require of us, kind of tech-wise and also like pipeline-wise and material-wise. The idea of taking the Psychonauts art and like progressing it.
You're heading towards like the dark secret.
Yeah.
Like this is the thing that Cassie's trying to not think about.
So it should be like twice as long, and there should be
This is already pretty much.
Well, I don't care.
You know what players love? Long hallways.
But it's a
Work
it's a
Silent Hill.
psychological sort of thing where it gets like darker and darker. I think a lot of times I like just kind of imagining a world that unfurls and you get to see things.
I should do that. Dude, Emily's stoked.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
It's sort of like water falling down, and there's like little fish coming up, and the paper boats are sort of going around, and that's what you're jumping on to get to these new islands.
Like, I'm constantly pulling from the stuff that you guys are doing when I hit something and I'm like, I have no idea I don't know what this room is shaped like, or I don't know how it feels here. I will go look at stuff you guys are working on and hopefully find an answer there. Like, what that feeling of the level is, how do we get to those moments you created at the end of the level? I really want to explore this idea and really build this up and have, because I think players will really connect to it, or like they'll get into it and then they'll realize what they're doing, and then that's gonna, just really snap the level into place in players' minds and make it really memorable.
Their level is really great.
It is. It's sort of,
I won't
the
say what it
furthest along of the levels.
Total spoilers. It's really great.
So that level is going to get finished up by representative art this week, more or less, and that team is moving off to kick off a new level, which will be great.
Is the brain that you're going into now, do you get a power in that one at all?
It's one of the last levels, so you get all the powers in that one.
That's fun, right? Like that.
Hard. How are we gonna do these dark rides, man?
I don't know.
It's gonna be hard.
Just viewing a world in 3 dimensions makes it harder to see the relationships between things. A lot of straight up puzzle platformers are 2D for that reason, but we get a little bit more latitude to challenge the player in this one.
Do we do it end an outro yet?
We have to do an outro. Goodbye, Psychobackers. Goodbye, Psychobackers.
That's how I'm gonna do it. So there you have it. There's our lovely team in action.
Yeah, we've got a big team right now. We're just sort of charging through mid-production, making a lot of great stuff.
So that's it for our update. I hope you liked it, and we'll come back in a couple months for more news about Psychonauts 2. Goodbye, Psychobackers. If I wait long enough, they won't use it. This part.